Does this thing still work? Is do we still have a podcast? Chicken, is that you?
It is me.
This is the third time we've done this.
It is actually the third time we've tried to do this intro, and it's
Wait,
kind
we
of.
still have a podcast though?
I think so.
I know why we don't post because we can't even start recording.
We can't even start. I mean, the first time we didn't have any audio. The second time Jimmy had to pee, and it just didn't work out very well. Jimmy got that tiny bladder, man. So, but welcome. Oh gosh, no.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Welcome back to the third time's a charm Surf and Turf podcast. I am your co-host Jimmy with
I'm chicken.
wait, hold on. I'm Jimmy
I'm chicken.
and I don't know. Well, that's been a nice podcast, guys. We'll see you in a year.
Bye.
Oh gosh. No. But in all seriousness. Oh my gosh. Jimmy, bro. Oh, this
Did I
guy.
mess things up?
No. No, it looks kind of funny because when you turn your camera off, it's just a small picture of me as your Discord background. Or as your Discord profile picture. So it kind of works out. But I think we're just going to keep rolling with it because why not?
Yeah, what's up, my guy?
What's up?
How's your 8 months been since we've recorded a podcast?
My 8 months.
Let's talk like we haven't talked to each other in 8 months.
Yeah, honestly, bro, we should just record our calls and just post it.
No.
No. Nah, that makes sense. Nah, it's been
We talk
good.
about way too many personal things.
That's true. We talk about Jimmy's love life. We talk about my love life.
That has to exist for
Well, that's true.
us to talk about it.
I mean, my love life obviously exists because I'm about to be a dad soon.
Katie's pregnant?
Oh my gosh. I knew you were going to do that. Katie's pregnant?
Well,
yes.
We haven't talked in 8 months.
We haven't talked in 8 months. Well, guess what? She got pregnant not 8 months ago. It was like 7. That's not the reason we stopped. It was more of just hey, this kind of happened. I mean, we
were falling off. And then we kept on like, oh, so like we've missed a few weeks, so we started, and then you told me that news, and we were like, oh, maybe we should just end.
Yes, I think that is actually what happened.
And so now that you're about to have the baby, we're gonna try to commit to this thing again.
Try to commit to this again.
So you guys have about a month of us posting podcasts.
Oh my gosh!
And then,
basically, yeah, basically.
And then there will be an extra person in the podcast. We'll have a third co-host.
That's true. That is true. It'll be the Surf and Turf and Baby podcast.
Wait, can we call him? Can his gamer tag be Nugget?
Nugget. Oh, yo, that'd be kind of cool, Nugget. I kind of like that. I'll have to keep that in mind for the future, Nugget. Whenever I start getting him into gaming, I'll have to make his gamer tag.
That's just what we'll refer to him on the podcast as Nugget.
As Nugget, as the chicken nugget. Nah, I kind of like that. That's actually really funny. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I mean, other than that, my life's been pretty normal. Getting ready to have a baby, working the dream. I think one of the biggest reasons we stopped is just, we're gonna try to get back into our own content. Never really worked out, of course, because again, I found out my wife was pregnant. So once you become pregnant, it's like, hey, you got, and especially with your first kid, you got to start doing stuff. You got to paint a baby room. You got to buy stuff. You got to baby proof your house. You got to buy more stuff. You got
Is your house baby proofed?
For the most part, yeah. We have baby gates.
I know you got like the nursery done.
Yeah, we have baby gates, but like, I mean, you really don't have to baby proof your house until they like start walking and stuff.
That's true.
But like, you got to get your house clean. Like, you don't want your kid like coming into a dirty house, So like
Yeah.
we've been like detail cleaning our house, because we have like literally like 6 to 8 weeks because
Have you
she
started
could.
packing it?
Oh yes, we have everything packed. Everything's ready to go to the hospital. So we're not. There's nothing wrong with that issue. It's just, hey, we don't want to bring our baby home to like a dirty house. So we've been doing like a lot of detailed cleaning, just like. And again, it probably isn't gonna really matter until like he starts walking and stuff. Sorry,
Mhm.
I'm starting to hear like weird noises in my house. Sounds like there's a freaking ghost in here. Maybe there is. Uh, ghost hunting on the next podcast, right? Yeah, I mean it's one of those things where like we bought a house and I stopped streaming and was like, oh, I think I'm like finally ready to get back into streaming and like content creation. And
And then
then
we started the podcast
we
back
started the
up.
podcast back up, and I was like, this would be a nice intro. Jimmy was gonna do most of the work for it, and then I was like, I'm
And that was
ready.
kinda like the idea. Originally, planned on getting a bunch of guests.
Yeah, no,
Remember
that's
that?
true.
And one of
We
the
did.
ideas was to let this podcast, like, jumpstart our streaming careers a little bit and let our streaming careers start the podcast, you know?
Yeah.
One of the ideas we had was getting people like the Swag Walk on and
Mhm.
advertising to his community. We talked originally about streaming on Twitch,
Yeah.
like doing this podcast live on Twitch,
Mhm.
which one of my favorite podcasts has been doing that recently. Shout out to Crisis on Infinite podcast.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah,
Yeah, if you like nerdy stuff, th- it's normally pretty clean. They might use curse words here and there, but it's normally for the most part pretty clean.
yeah, they may throw out a good old every once in a while, but that's fine.
That did not
Um,
go through my end at least.
oh well, I didn't say anything bad, so that's good. Um, yeah, so yeah, maybe at some point we'll do a live one. We definitely talked about doing live. It's just we got to get some viewership before we do that. It's
Yeah, and I mean, well, the idea was, get people get our hosts to host us,
yes.
and
Oh, right, right. I see what you're saying.
and like
That was
get
the
Swag's
idea.
community to come
Yes.
watch. Like at the end of his stream, like he does like a short stream and then comes over to our podcast and
Yes,
brings
I
his
remember
viewers over
right.
with us. Has
Yeah.
more eyes on us, more eyes on him.
Yeah, and it's like
But
he's gonna be there.
we
They're
wanted to
interested.
build a base and a following before we got someone as big as him, so that
Yeah.
we could contribute something to him as well.
Yeah.
So we started with the rookie.
And we started with Jimmy's brother, Dave the rookie. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, we had a good run, and it's funny. Jimmy and I talk every time. When we first started doing it, it was really just like poor, not poor, but it was very low quality. No
Oh
video.
yeah, I
I
have
mean,
like a tray table with my laptop on it, sitting on a couch in my bedroom at my parents' house with a mic,
with like
with
a
like
like a $15
with like
Amazon mic.
yeah, and like this arm attached to it,
Yeah.
and I was just like chilling on a recliner. And did you even have a mic?
Uh, I had like a an Amazon Basics mic, and it wa
The audio
it
was terrible,
oh yeah, my audio
and
on
we
that
were
was
gonna
not
talk
very
more
good.
about like faith stuff.
Yes. Oh, right, because we wanted to talk about we did talk about some faith stuff. If you're new to this podcast, we might talk about it every once in a while. Jimmy.
The funniest part is I think those have the most, well, at least on SoundCloud, has like the most
Oh,
views.
that's right. Yeah, I forgot
No, and this
because
was only because I was advertising it like on my own social medias.
yeah, because we only did it like on SoundCloud. That was before we found Anchor. And yes,
Sponsor us.
I'm gonna spray some Febreze because I figured out what the noise is. My cat was taking a doo doo, and it smells like straight poop down here. So
But
I'm
yeah,
gonna
and then we got on Spotify and Apple Podcasts,
and
and then we came
Google.
back with YouTube. Oh, and at that point when we came back on with that stuff, we had started doing content ourselves, so we had like PCs
Yes.
and we were doing it. I think were we still doing? Yeah, we were doing it through Discord.
Yes.
But before we were using Skype,
Yes. And I was
and now
basically yeah. Well, I mean
then
go
we're on
ahead.
YouTube, and we got this cool background that Chicken and I worked on
Got
today.
the studio background here. It was pretty nice. We're in our nice Surf and Turf podcast studios.
Yeah, and we got longer too. Like the first ones were pretty long. Then we stopped for a while. Then we came back and we were trying to keep it to like 15 minutes. And we were trying to talk like news stuff, like stuff that was going on in the news. And we just kind of it was during COVID, and we kind of ran out of things to talk about.
Mhm.
Um, and then what happened?
That was the first time on Skype, and then when we came back, we did a longer one, which I was
No, when we came back on YouTube is when we did longer,
yes.
and we were trying to come up with like more of a format, more about us, more about like us
Yeah.
telling stories, and we like the idea of telling stories to each other for the first time on the podcast
Yeah.
because we like, and if you've been following us for a while, or if you're new, um, Chicken and I grew up together. We've known each other for a long time, but there's stories that we've never told each other. Like there was one yesterday that I said we'll say that for the podcast, but now it's blanking me.
It's all about Disney. We'll save it for one of these
Ah,
podcasts in the future. Well, I mean,
was
it
it?
might have to do because we are talking about Christmas here today's podcast
Yep. Okay, I
because
got the
so
story.
it might be something that we want to throw in here just because we are
Yeah,
going
if
to
we
be
got
talking
time, I'll
about
throw it
some
in.
Christmas, the greatest holiday of the year.
And it does happen. It does have to do with Christmas.
It does. That's true.
It
So,
actually, it actually has to do more with Christmas than it does Disney.
well, that's true because
Well, you don't know what the story
I
is.
don't know what the story is, but you said it was on Christmas Eve, so my guess is it had to do. You said it had something to do with an airport and Christmas Eve, so I was like, it obviously has to do more with Christmas than it does with Disney. But what have you been up to the last 8 months, Jimmy? Just yourself personally. I talked about myself a good bit. What
Um,
what have you been up to?
Personally, not that much. I've been fishing a lot. My shirt says "Catch me on the other line." But this summer I did a lot of fishing. Um, and just been working on myself personally. Me and
Amen,
Austin have
brother.
talked a good bit. I'm not gonna get
Amen,
too deep
brother.
into it, but just working on becoming a better person and realizing some things that had happened in the past that I needed to like work through. And then yeah, work's been pretty good. We've launched our Awana program and have really grown, and so that's been really
That's good.
exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good, dude. Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
mean,
my
we've been
best friend's
busy.
having a baby.
That's true. He
Yeah, his
is.
name's Logan.
Oh my gosh, imagine. It's not even me, it's someone else. It's this person. Nah, that's good. I mean, we've both been pretty busy to be honest. And that's one of the other reasons we stopped. I mean, with
And you've been
Easter
you've
and
been very intentional about not playing as much.
oh yes, I've also been yeah, I've been intentional about not playing.
Guess what? It's a Monday.
And yeah, this we're recording this on a Monday and typically I don't play on a Monday, but this is the last day before I have to go to work, back to work. We have it like a Christmas shutdown and I typically on days that I'm off on a Monday, I'll kind of play for a little bit during the day. Um, I've literally played for the afternoon, but most likely when we're done with this, I'll probably turn my computer off and spend the rest of the night with my wife. And it's been good. I mean, it it's kind of weird because a lot of it has revolved around WoW, World of Warcraft, because updates and weekly stuff switches on Tuesdays. So it's like, oh, Monday's an easy day to take off and not have to play. I can spend some time with my wife, and typically, like Monday at work is just like, ugh, like I just want to go home and just like basically just lay on the couch and just like vegetate till I go to bed.
Yeah.
And so that's been nice. And
Yeah, it's good to just take that day to just, be with your wife. And I've noticed you often like on weekends you don't play as much as you used
oh my
to.
gosh, dude, we used to play all the time.
Yeah, we used to get like up at like 9 and play till like 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I mean it was
But like now it's like a lot of times you'll get on like 10 or like sometimes not the afternoon, then you'll take a long break for like lunch.
Mhm.
You'll come back for like an hour or two, then you'll take a long break for dinner. Then you might come back for like an hour after dinner.
Yeah.
But which is good, you spend some time with your wife, being more
Yeah.
intentional, especially now you're about to have a baby, third person to
Third
divide your
person it.
attention between.
Yeah. Got
That little
that
nugget.
got that third wheel, man. That little nugget. So, yeah, I mean, it's been good. Life has really been good for the most part. I mean, we've had some ups and downs, obviously, things happen. That's life, man. But for the most part, I'd say pretty happy with where we are. And this isn't meant to be a New Year's kind of thing, looking back at the year, but I think last year was very good. I, I think about this all the time because sometimes I really just miss the COVID year when I think about, content creation and the Minecraft server, dude, and like all the time we spent on the Minecraft server and like it's weird to think like this desk right here is where I basically like worked for a year at my full-time gig. Um and then I had well, I didn't work at this desk. I worked at a different desk that'd be right here and then my computer that's on this desk was on this desk and I'd be like typing at work and then I'd check over here Discord notification like, "Oh, you got to get on Minecraft. This guy, nuked my building. I need you to fix it." And I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, okay, I'll take like quick like 30 seconds and just like fix it quick." Um but dang, like that was like the peak of content creation, I think. And like just the fun stuff that we did and all that stuff. Oh my gosh. And
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but I really think that was like one of the better years of my life. It's weird to think that COVID was like one of the better years of my life, but
I think about that often too.
how easy it was, dude. Life was so easy with COVID. Like it was
Yeah.
hard, but it was easy. 'Cause you didn't have
Mhm.
to worry about, everyone was kinda just staying at home, everyone's minding their own business, you didn't really have to worry about that. So,
And like we would play Minecraft all the time.
yeah, like, it and, like, to think about it, because I would get done with work, and we would literally just jump on and start playing. Like, we would start playing the second I got done with work,
Yeah.
and we would play until, like, 10 o'clock at night or 11 o'clock at night. I'd
I
go to
remember you
bed.
played on Tuesdays, and I started having Bible club Tuesday nights, and I was like, "Oh man, I actually have to go out and do things. I can't just like play Minecraft with the boys while he's
Ex
streaming."
exactly, bro, like, dude, COVID
And
wrecked
now
me
it's
with
like
that.
almost every night I'm not home.
I know, dude. Like, you were used to being home all the time because you just couldn't do anything, and it's kinda nice, like, well, it was nice for me, I had my wife, I had, like, a close person that, like, if I wanted to, like, disconnect from technology, I just spent some time with my wife, you know?
Yeah.
Just shoot the bull, but, some people obviously weren't as lucky, but, I don't know, man.
Yeah, some people don't have wives.
Some people don't have wives.
Shh, honey, we're doing a podcast.
Please open up. Sorry, my wife and I are in here making love. You never heard that? What's that from? Oh my gosh. Oh, what is that from?
What did you think of
I
that?
don't I don't know.
I was making a lonely joke.
I don't even know what made me think of that. Anyways, let's not spend too much time on it. Let's go to Christmas,
So
man.
so since we're talking now, I'm
Oh, go
gonna
ahead. Go
pause.
no, 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 go ahead.
Since we were talking about New Year's for a little bit.
Yeah.
Last year we did New Year's resolutions. We talked about our 30 by 30. How's your 30 by 30 going?
Come on, bro. I don't remember. I think
But
I don't know if
do
I
you
actually
think
made like
you think you like done anything that you were wanting to get done before you turn 30?
oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, we haven't done it yet, but it's coming in a couple months. I have a kid.
Well, yeah. But I mean, buy a house was probably on there.
Yeah, but when we were doing the podcast last time, I already bought this house.
Yeah, no, but I'm going from like 25 to 30.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. I see what you're saying.
And I was 25 when we recorded
Yeah,
or when we did that.
that's true.
But
Yeah,
so I my 30 by 30 list is like before like I'm looking to do things between 25 and 30.
yeah. Yeah, see, I don't. I did think I think I narrowed it down to just, like, 5. I think have a kid was one. Um, Go back to college was another one, which my wife and I are we just talked about that the other day. Um, Travel outside the country was another one, which I'm not really close to doing that, but I still got 3 years. Um, and I think there was something about, like, probably learning, like, a new hobby or, like, doing something. And it's
Mhm.
funny because, my wife and I made, like, a 5 of 5, like, 5 things that we're gonna do before our 5-year wedding anniversary, which is in a year and a half. And it's, like, similar things, just like that, and it was like, we gotta get, like, one of them was, like, find a new hobby, and we really got into biking last summer and, like, in the spring. Like, actually, when we I think I might have mentioned it on the podcast before we quit last time. I just bought my wife a bike then, and we were, trying to get into biking, and then, like, at the peak, like, we were at the peak of, like, oh, like, it's just about to get really hot out, like, and we're really doing good strides, like, to what we were before, and my wife got pregnant. And it was like, well, we could continue. I mean, it's not bad for pregnant people to work out, but it was like, I don't wanna get in, like, the stride of, like, the worst thing that could happen is for you to fall off the bike and you get hurt. Like, that's the last thing I would
Yeah.
want. And biking's not dangerous, but, you know, I wouldn't want I'd feel terrible if it happened. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, yeah, it's it's a work in progress still. What about you?
Yeah, I was looking through mine, and I don't think I. So I was thinking about it. The one that I'm closest with is the new hobby, huh?
Oh, I'm just laughing. I'm just laughing at you, bro.
And like, no, I fished before I was 25,
Yeah.
but I really got into it this year.
Mhm.
Another kind of hobby is I've been really getting into watching soccer,
Soccer.
but I'll just rattle off mine real quick. I only got 20 of them written down. I still have 4 years to get the other 10 you even thought of. I'm
Oh
still thinking of
my
them.
gosh.
I've added two. I've added two this year, so I only had 18 when I was
Dang, bro.
25. But be under 300 pounds, go parasailing, financially able to look at houses, read the whole Bible, go to another country, go to a Steelers game, go to the Ark, go on a non-family vacation, have a have been to 30 states, have gone back to school, become a licensed pastor, have read 30 books, learned a new hobby, be more organized. Which I've been working on that recently,
That's good.
but I think I'm at the point that I'm just now at the point that I want to be at in organizing. It's just like keeping it organized.
Oh, that's the hardest part, man.
Um, coach a basketball team, grow in content creation,
Boom, here we are.
have a friend group, be at least dating. These are kind of sad. Um,
Where's the
walk at
sad
least
music?
5Ks. I did one,
Where's the sad mu
and buy a World Cup ticket
Ooh.
because I want to go to 2026. Won't be 30 yet. I'll turn 30 that year, so it'll be in the summer. So go to the World Cup.
Where is it at? It's in
It's
Philly?
in North America.
We just don't know where.
We do know the cities.
Oh. Oh, is it
So
in multiple cities?
yeah, between Mexico, United States, and Canada.
Oh.
It's the first time there's ever been in 3 different countries.
Oh, that's kinda cool though, actually.
But there's, like, 16 locations,
Oh, wow.
and one's Philadelphia.
Oh, really? Well,
So, I
there
wanna
you
go to
go,
Philly.
bro. That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Philly, Boston, New York, Atlanta, um, some out in Cali,
Yeah.
but yeah, so go to the World Cup.
That's kinda cool.
And I'm
Yo,
still thinking of some. So,
I'm not gonna
I mean,
lie.
becoming more organized, and I developed a hobby, like, I'm like going out and fishing and walking more than like, just sitting here and playing video games all the time.
Yeah. No, I feel that.
But
Dude, I'm telling
but
you.
that's still I'm trying to think of another hobby I want to do for I guess I could add I'd try to do this, but I couldn't find any programs that would like teach me or any classes nearby. But I
Mhm.
really want to learn sign language.
Oh, dude, that's actually kinda cool. I wouldn't mind learning ASL either.
Yeah,
Be kinda cool.
ASL.
Yeah,
So I know a little. I can sign a little bit, but
I'm
I
telling
want to
you.
like be efficient in it.
Yeah, that makes sense. ASL is, like, probably one of the most universal it's isn't it the most universal language?
No, because you know what A stands for?
Ameri fair enough, fair enough. Um,
So
it's a widely used
yeah,
one, though, in America, at least.
so story time.
Oh gosh. Wait, first of all, we'll lean into that, actually. This
No,
kinda
story
segues.
time. No, story time is a different story. It's
Oh,
about
okay,
ASL.
okay, go ahead.
Oh, it's real quick. I was working a zip line at a camp I worked at, and I was on top of the 40-foot telephone pole, and there was this Hispanic group that was there.
Mhm,
And this lady gets to the top of the zip line, and I'm told, "Hey, she's deaf." And I'm like, "Okay, I know a little sign language." And my belayer, or the person on harnesses, um, is the one who had been teaching me sign language, and she was like pretty efficient. And so I yelled down to her, "Hey, can you like walk me through how to help her?"
mhm,
Because like I have to give her instructions on how to get off of the zip line safely.
yeah.
So I'm like, "Hey, can you give me a little bit of like help on?" She goes, "No, I can't communicate with her. She knows Spanish sign language."
Oh.
And that was the first time I realized that there was more than one sign language.
Oh,
And so
dang.
I just had to like act it out. Like
Yeah,
I like squatted and like she was nervous and like I can't calm her down because I
yeah,
don't know how to communicate with her.
yeah. Dang, that's crazy.
So it was just all like body language and like I just had to like show her like by like motioning like what to do.
Yeah.
But
I'm assuming
so
it
yeah.
worked out.
Yeah. I was gonna make a terrible joke.
Okay.
Nope, she fell 40 feet.
She fell 40 feet, splat, boom, dead. Got kinda got kinda tragic there for a second, but yeah, I was gonna segue into your other story with a quick thing about, your list, though. The biggest one that stood out to me was a vacation by yourself, bro. Because where do you limit that at? Are you talking, like, going camping for a weekend? Like, do you call that a vacation? Or you
Well,
mean, like, traveling out of the state, like, for a week or something like
not
that?
necessarily on my own,
Well,
but
like
like
true, 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 true.
like
Financially on your own, if that makes
yeah.
sense. Like, because the last
Like
family
a triple
vacation.
and like I know he's a family member, like a triple David, I wouldn't mind
Yeah,
going on like a weekend trip or like a week-long trip with like buddies.
yeah. See, it and
And it wouldn't even be like anything for like maybe like a cabin in like West Virginia
yeah, and that's
or like
oh, dude, that's completely fine.
yeah,
I just
or like a cabin up on Lake Erie for a couple of days.
yeah. No, it's just different. Like, you say family vacation, like, you think of, like, last family vacation I went on, my mom and stepdad paid for, the lodging, and it's not that me and my brother aren't well off, because we we are. It's just
Yeah.
that's just how it was.
Yeah, I go on a vacation every year with my family, and
Yeah,
it's my I pay for my travel there,
yeah,
some expenses I have there,
yeah.
but
But when you go by yourself, bro, it's expensive. I've only
also, if you go, like, with friends or, like, yourself or, like, with friends, like, you can do more, like, things you enjoy,
oh,
not,
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
like, I mean,
I
like, the
agree.
beach is fun, don't get me wrong,
Yeah,
but, you could go to, like, Nashville
yeah.
or, like, Atlanta. Atlanta's one of the places I wanna go,
Nashville. That's kinda funny.
um, and go do things, like, you want to do, not,
Yeah,
like,
oh my gosh,
family
yeah.
oriented.
Yeah,
But
there is a sense of like when you go with your family, there's like, oh, I need to like do this, I need to do that, you know?
yeah, and I've done like like when I was a senior in high school, we went to San Antonio for a week.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, we had chaperones, but like it was like one of the most like fun trips I've ever been on.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Um, because it was just like hanging out with your friends, you know.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if I want to go by myself, like you said, by yourself. Like I don't know if I want to do that, but like maybe like a friend or two.
Oh yeah, I know what you're saying, yeah. Not like
But
completely by yourself, but like
like financially by
yeah,
yourself.
like
And you
you
know, with
you have to do it.
Airbnb, like yeah, it's more expensive than like your family paying for it. But
Oh
like
yeah.
Airbnb, if you got like a group of people, it's a
Oh
lot
dude,
cheaper now.
it's pretty cheap. It's not too bad.
Because like you think about back in the day, like if you had like a group, like the more people you had, the more expensive it got because the more hotel rooms you had to get.
Yeah. No.
But,
I don't blame you
but
on
yeah,
that
I
one.
I really want to go to Atlanta. Is one of the spots I really want to go to. Because like another one of the things on the list was go to a state I haven't been to, and I've not been to Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Georgia, Maine, and Minnesota or Wisconsin are the closest states that I've not been to, and they're all pretty far.
That's you know what? I don't even think I've ever been to freaking New York City, bro. Or I've never been to New York. I've never been to New York City, which literally is not that far away from me.
Have you never been to like the state of New York?
No, I've never been to the state of New York, bro.
Have you been to anything?
I don't even think I've been in like New Jersey.
Really?
The only reason I think I've been in Delaware is because I think you have to go through a little sliver of Delaware to get to Ocean City, Maryland. Maybe you don't.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure you have to go through like a little tiny sliver of Delaware.
yeah. Well, we go to Delaware for the beach,
Yeah,
and well, the beach we go to at Delaware is like a half hour north of Ocean City.
yeah. I was gonna say I'm pretty sure you have to go through like a little sliver. Yeah, dude. I don't know.
I think I've been to 24 states.
24 states, bro. That's a
Like
lot.
one of the first times in my life where I've been to less states than years I'm old, and I want to get to 50 by the time I'm 50.
I think that's pretty obtainable, dude. I
Yeah, I'm
really
at
do.
24, which means I pretty much need to go 1 year. Need to go to two different states.
Yeah.
With some of them, some of them like you go on a trip
Some of it's easy,
and you hit
yeah.
Audible,
Oh my
huh?
gosh, sometimes it's easy, bro.
Yeah,
Like if you yeah, no, it is.
but airports don't
Yeah.
count.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So like you can't just like fly into somewhere and then like, "Oh, I've been there."
Yeah, because airports are international.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. Like you can't just fly into like Delaware or not Delaware. You can't fly into like Denver and then like route to like I don't know, like Tulsa and be like,
Yeah,
"Oh, I've been
like
in
I
Colorado."
flew into St. Louis
Yes.
and then out of St. Louis, but then I have been to Missouri later on, just driving through it.
Oh, gotcha. I was really about to be like, St. Louis isn't in Missouri, you dummy. But then I was like, oh wait, yeah, it is. Never mind.
Yeah, I pretty much have almost everywhere east of the Mississippi, other than like Maine, Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana.
That's not too bad, dude. You're close.
I mean, we also drove to New York. Oh, I don't have Rhode Island.
Ah, yeah, but that's like,
We drove through New York up to Canada, and then we came down along the coast.
gotcha. Okay, that makes
So we
sense.
hit like Vermont, New Hampshire, Connecticut,
Yeah,
Massachusetts,
gotcha.
and just missed Rhode Island.
Just miss Rhode Island and Maine, I guess.
Yeah, and Maine.
That's a good list, dude. Or that's a good
And then
goal.
when drove from Indiana to Texas, and I got a bunch.
Yeah, that's also a pretty good one.
Same with when I was little, we drove to South Carolina.
So let's talk about Christmas and the glorious holiday of the year, the greatest holiday of the year. Pretty sure most people would agree with that.
How was your Christmas? What'd you do?
I went home for a little bit. Got to spend some time with my family, some friends. My cousin, me, my cousin, my brother spent some time at his apartment with like his roommates and stuff, and it was kind of cool to go like all be together, like on the same note as like the not family vacation.
Yeah.
It was cool like the three of us to go be somewhere that wasn't like one of our parents' houses or like our grandmother's house, and like spend the night and like just be with us, like just us,
Yeah.
But like we could stay up late and like be in the living room and like
Oh, yeah. Oh my
not have
gosh.
to be respectful. But and like his roommates weren't there, so that was also
That was nice, yeah. Sounds
nice.
nice.
But yeah, just hang out. What about you?
First of all, first before I go, any memorable gifts that you got? Anything that you could say
Uh,
this was like a great gift?
One of my favorite ones is that scarf up there.
Oh, yeah.
You see him?
Yeah.
Going back to getting into soccer. Um,
Soccer!
I chose to be a Liverpool fan. I know this isn't a great year to be a Liverpool fan, but I wanted a scarf to like wear while I'm watching the games.
Yeah,
And I
no,
was like,
that's
"Oh, no, I'm
pretty
not
cool.
wearing it. I'll just hang it up there, and then I'll probably watch the games like here or out in the living room.
Yeah. No, that's
When
pretty
the
cool.
game starts, just take it off the wall." But that and I got a Roomba.
A Roomba, bro. Just vacuum. Good old
I didn't
Roombas.
ask for the Roomba. I was given it.
Did you set it up yet?
Yeah.
Is it like
I haven't been able to figure out how to get it to set up to my phone yet, but it's got like
oh,
a remote.
interesting. And it just goes?
Yeah, I can just put it on the remote and it will just go.
Interesting. Hmm. That's kinda
I
cool.
think it would be more efficient once I get it set up to my phone
Yeah.
than the app, but well, it will be because I can set up like the times.
Yeah, and, like, you can probably, like, map it out.
Yeah,
I consider getting a Roomba, but it's like, it's like one of those things of, like, I'll just vacuum, you know?
I hate vacuuming though,
I don't mind it. I think it's kinda relaxing.
but
Anyways.
and it's nice. Like I go to church and just turn it on.
Oh, that's true, like, just do it when you're out, yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna do it. Like I did a little bit while I was here. I did the first time to like see what it's
Mhm.
like, but like I'm like I said earlier, I'm out almost every night.
Yeah,
So like Wednesdays when I'm at church,
yeah,
put it on.
that makes sense.
Sundays when I'm at church, put it on.
Yeah.
Or like whatever.
I
And
like
then
it.
go back to a nice like vacuumed house.
Mhm.
Just gotta empty the thing.
Just gotta empty it. That's not too bad.
What
Yeah,
about you?
I like it.
What else did I get actually? I got some nice clothes that were cool.
Clothes. The ultimate adult Christmas gift. Minus, like, one other thing.
I mean, a Roomba
Yeah,
is pretty adult. I've gotten like like my big gift for the last couple of years has been like an appliance.
yeah.
I
I
got an air fryer one year.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I got like a
appliances are good
mixer
ones.
one year. I got an Instapot last year.
Appliances are pretty good ones as, like, adults. It's like I was thinking, like, underwear and socks. Like, I never
Oh, I
buy
got
underwear
those
and
too.
socks. Dude, those are, like, the ultimate adult Christmas gift. Like, I never buy
So
underwear or socks.
I got mad excited, and I think it was an accident, but I got Dr. Squatch soap from my aunt, and
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure she bought it for my cousin. Because then she talked about a story about
That's
like
funny.
my cousin going behind her back and buying it, and then I
Oh.
was talking to him later, and she was like, "Oh," "Oh." I was like, "Is this? I think I know what this is." And I got like mad excited about it, and I like started smelling it, and I was like, "This is definitely it." And David goes, "Is it Doctor Squatch?" And I passed it to him, and he goes, "Oh, it is." And my aunt was like, "I don't think that is what you think it is." And I opened it, I was like, "Yeah, it is." And so then I was on my cousin later, and he's like, "Yeah, I got deodorant of that like same like scent." So and David didn't get any. So we're pretty
Oh, wow.
sure it was from my cousin. I said, like, "Yo, do you want it?" Like, I'll give it to you. And he's like, "Nah, it's fine." But I was like, I kind of felt bad because it was bought for someone else.
Yeah.
Like, I got mad excited about it, so they didn't want to be like, "Oh, that's not for you."
Oh, um,
But
that's not for you.
I was like, I love this soap. Like, I got like a starter pack
Yeah.
once, and like it has like that little like rack that you put your soap on.
Mhm.
I have like one of those, but Dr. Squatch is so
It
expensive.
is, man.
And so I was like, this is a great gift because it's like something I love, but like I won't spend money on for myself.
Nah, dude, I agree. I agree.
And so, but I'm pretty sure it's for my cousin.
That sucks. Sucks for your cousin at least, not for you.
Hey, I got free soap.
I got free soap.
But yeah, like
Oh
things like
my,
that, I think it's funny. Like it's like, oh, toothpaste, toothbrush, like
dude, those are great adult
deodorant. It's like,
gifts.
oh, I don't have to go shopping for this.
Those are great adult
Sick.
gifts.
But I mean, we
Awesome
always got
ones.
those things growing up, you
Yeah,
know.
but like as a kid, and even like as a teenager, you're like, I don't want this stuff. I want like video games or like toys.
Yeah, yeah. I got mostly like clothes and stuff. Uh, like a book. I got like a book.
Dude, those are
What
great.
David? Oh, David got me the Steelers mouse pad that you
Oh,
see
that's
over
right.
here.
Yeah. Steelers mouse pad. Good.
Oh, my mom got me this thing that goes on the back of my car seats that holds my fishing rods.
Oh yeah, you did tell me about that. That's pretty cool.
I did.
Yeah. Uh huh.
Hmm.
Or maybe you didn't.
I don't remember telling you that.
Maybe I'm thinking. So we got something similar for my father-in-law that is basically like instead of fishing rods, it hangs over the back of your your seats, and it holds guns. Because
Oh, you didn't
my
tell me that.
father-in-law loves to hunt, so maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Ah,
Maybe
cool.
I don't know. Anything else, Jimmy?
Nothing to think of. Just clothes and stuff, like some nice button ups.
That's good.
And like, I've gotten a little bit bigger, so like it's nice getting clothes that like fit well.
Yeah.
Like that's like I fit a 3X, but like a 4X fit me like well.
Yeah.
It's just nice to have like shirts that fit well.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Makes sense. Let me tell you what I got. The best gift you can get as an adult for Christmas: cold hard cash. So
You
yeah,
think so?
no, probably not. Like I was gonna say like gift cards because gift cards are like a little more sentimental than cash. You know, it's like they put like a little bit of effort in.
I think I'd rather cash than a gift card.
Really?
Because like a gift card, you have to spend at like a certain spot.
But like I was thinking more of like gift cards out to like eat, not like
Yeah.
necessarily like stores. Because like most people know where you like to eat, you know.
Yeah.
But I got I'll talk a little bit about what my wife and I got. We did get mostly cash and like some gift cards and stuff. Um and then we got some stuff for our son, and that was about it. It was a different Christmas. We only went down for 2 days. My wife struggles to sleep outside of our bed just because it's getting to the point in her pregnancy where she's just uncomfortable all the time. Um, so it's easier for her to sleep in our bed versus going somewhere else and sleeping elsewhere. Um, so we didn't really get too much this year. We got some little items, socks, underwear, etc. Shampoo, body wash, some snacks, stuff like that. Um, and then we got a bunch of cash, gift cards. Not a bunch of cash, some cash and gift cards. But yeah, it was a pretty good Christmas. Get to spend some time with family. Um, but we
Time
also
off work.
what'd you say?
Time off work.
Oh yeah, so we only went down for 2 days, and then I had the whole week off after. So I did a lot of stuff around the house that I've been putting off that I just haven't done.
Yeah, because
And
I wasn't even on to distract you.
yeah, and Jimmy wasn't on to distract me, so I had to find stuff to do. But I'm telling you, man, it was good. It was a fun time, and I'm pretty sure I got the literally, I got the greatest Christmas gift you could ever get.
What's that?
The greatest Christmas gift you could ever get, a bidet. Easily the greatest Christmas gift
That's
you
what we
could
got
ever
my
get.
dad.
See, Jimmy understands, dude. They're economically friendly. They're just nice to have, and they're not that expensive. They're pretty cheap. I
And they
just
feel nice.
they do feel nice. Like
They
okay.
feel refreshing, dude.
So
Like
here, go ahead.
it just like after it's I, it's like a water fountain. It just like feels refreshing, Like you get up from the toilet and you're like, like I feel clean. I
See,
feel refreshed.
that's the thing. I feel like people are nervous about bidets because they think you gotta like spread your butt cheeks open and then Blastoise hydro pumps your butthole. Like that's not what it is. It's not that bad. Like it's just a stream of water. Like it's
Oh my
really
God,
not that bad, guys.
Could you 3D print a Blastoise to go around your bidet?
That'd be kind of funny, wouldn't it? No, but like
Like, Blastoise, attack!
Blastoise, use Hydro Pump. Oh my gosh. No, but like if you're a skeptic about getting a bidet, here's one thing. Here's the easiest thing I can say. If you get poop on your finger, what are you gonna do? Lick it off? Probably not. What are you gonna do? Wipe it off with toilet paper? Sure. But most of the time, you're gonna wash your hands. Why would you not do that with your butt?
I agree. I want one now.
See, I don't know. Like, I was skeptic at first because it's like, I don't know, how often am I going to use it? Like, I still got to dry my butt with something. Like, am I really going to save that much toilet paper? But
Yeah, and I had said something to my dad about using a towel, and he was like, "Here, this is gonna get a little graphic," but he was like, "I don't know if I'm doing it wrong, but even after like do it, sometimes I still get poop on the toilet paper."
yeah, no, I mean, it's like, I think that's what a lot of people are afraid of. Like, they really think it's literally like a hose and it's just going to spray like everything out of it there. Like, no, it's just supposed to, like, get off any, big pieces and then you clean up afterwards, It's
Yeah,
it's like washing your hands. It's literally no different than washing your hands. Like you wash your
yeah.
hands, you
I
still
wanted to
dry it
try
off.
it before I got one, before I spent the money
No,
on
I
one.
agree.
I
I
know that
agree.
you can get them pretty cheap, but I
No, I
wanted to like
agree.
see if I liked it before I did it.
I agree. No, it was a great investment. Seriously, one of the best investments I've ever made. So,
How much
but
time have we gone?
what do you mean, dude?
Like,
We're pretty deep into this.
do you want me to tell that story or save it for another time?
We can tell it since it's on Christmas.
All right. So in 2012, my family went to Disney World.
Disney
Just me, my mom,
World.
my brother. I don't remember exactly why my dad didn't go. I just think he didn't want to go enough to spend the money for a third person or for a fourth person
It's
because it's
expensive, dog.
expensive.
It
And he was
is.
like, we were both me and my brother were both teenagers, and he's like, "Yo, my mom could handle us. He doesn't need to
Oh my gosh,
go."
yeah.
And so he was like, and I think it was like around Christmas, and he's a pastor, so it's pretty busy around that time. And we were off of school, he still had to work, and it was like the week up to Christmas, like that we went. And I think we didn't go for like a full week. I don't think. I think we went for like 4 or 5 days, something like that.
Mhm.
But like just out of school that we were out of school for. And we were flying back on Christmas Eve. I think my dad was like, "Oh, I don't want to fly back on Christmas Eve because I got like my sermon and stuff."
Mhm.
Well, we fly like mad early in the morning because we're cheap and
That's
uh
cheap, bro. Yeah.
flights are cheaper in the morning.
I don't
So
blame
I
you.
remember getting up like early and like wanting to do things. My mom was like, "No, we gotta get to the shuttle, to the airport."
Mhm.
And I was like, "Oh, I want to like." It stinks 'cause, like we're here and I want to like. There was more I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I was like, but yeah, we do need to get back. Um, and so we get on the shuttle and we go to the Orlando airport and we're sitting there and our plane gets delayed. And like again, we had like a 7 a.m. flight, something like that.
Mhm.
Our plane gets delayed. Okay, whatever. You know. Then it gets delayed again. And then again. And we're like, okay, now it's like afternoon.
Mhm.
And we're trying not to spend money in the airport because like food's expensive in the
Oh my gosh,
airport.
dude. Airport
And
food's
so there was this
ridiculous.
lady that was on our plane who we ended up making friends with. I ended up like friending her on Facebook.
What?
Because we literally sat there for hours.
Mhm.
Like we didn't take off until like 5 p.m.
Yeah.
We were there for a 7 a.m. flight.
Oh dang.
So and this lady had like Christmas cookies she was flying with.
Yeah.
And so she just started feeding everyone on the plane.
Oh
It
my
was like, here, have
gosh.
these cookies, because we were all hungry.
Yeah.
And
That's
like
kind of funny.
impatient, because like flying sucks. And
Oh,
like you're in
flying
Orlando,
sucks.
like you want to go out and do things.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And I remember just being like real like upset. And then like it gets closer to the time, and like the people at the front desk tell us what happened. And so this is not a funny story. And I may chuckle just because that's how I deal with emotions a lot of times. But someone on the plane had died.
Oh jeez.
Someone on the plane. So there was a plane coming from somewhere to Orlando,
Yeah.
and then was flying. That same plane was flying from Orlando to Harrisburg.
Yeah. That
Um,
makes sense.
and someone died in the air. He was sitting next to his son. They were coming home for Christmas. Or going to visit family for Christmas, and he had like a heart attack and like died in like the stewardess arms. And so
Dang.
then they had to like turn around and like they had to like turn around and quickly like emergency land because there's now a dead body on the plane.
Yeah.
So then they start to take off again, and now they realize they don't have enough fuel.
Oh my
So now they have to turn
gosh.
back around and land again. And then they had like mechanical issues.
Jeez, bro.
And then so like once we realized, and like we were all impatient because like we're in the
Oh my
Orlando
gosh, yeah.
airport on Christmas Eve.
You just
Like
want to go
we just
home.
want to get home to our families.
Yeah.
But we were like, oh, it could be a lot worse. Like this
Good.
guy was trying to come visit family for Christmas
Yeah, jeez.
and didn't make it. And I just remember we got on the plane and like the stewardess were all like crying.
Like
And
shook
like the
up, yeah.
pilot was just like, and the pilot got on the intercom and was like, hey, you guys know what just happened. And I know I'm not supposed to do this, but I'm religious and we're gonna pray for this flight.
What? That's
And so
kind of
we all
cool.
just like prayed together, which was like mad cool.
That is kind of
But
cool.
we didn't have the issue of now we're not landing. It might not have been 5. I think we were landing closer to 5. Well, my dad was supposed to pick us up from the airport.
Oh no.
He has a Christmas Eve service.
Yeah.
So luckily there was a church in our denomination that I'm trying not to give too much information out, but that is in the Harrisburg area.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a guy who was the youth pastor of the church at the time who went to this this guy, went to the university that that's in our hometown and
Yeah.
like helped out with youth stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And like worship stuff. And so he was getting ready. So his dad came and picked us up
Oh, that's neat.
and took us to their church.
Yeah.
And so like first of all, we're not like really dressed, like we're just for like the airport.
Yeah.
And so I think we had maybe like 8 pair of nice clothes in the car or
Yeah.
in our suitcase. And so we changed and we celebrated Christmas Eve with this church that like we knew a lot of the people. Like we knew the
Yeah.
pastor.
Yeah.
I knew a bunch of people from the camp and stuff.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But that was and then
Interesting.
my dad came and picked us up after service.
Dang. That's crazy, man. Yeah, I don't think you've ever told me that.
I got lots of stories like that.
Lots of
And that's why we do
stories.
a podcast.
That's why we do a podcast. Well, what are your last remarks, Jimmy? Before we close this one down,
See you guys at Easter.
basically.
It was nice catching up with y'all. We'll see you in 8 months.
No, seriously, man. What?
No.
What?
Happy New Year, guys.
Yeah.
Hope this year's better than last. Not that the last was necessarily bad for you, but hey, getting better is always good.
Yeah. And let's hope it's a better year for the podcast, guys. We're going to keep this going. And I think we're going to I think we're we're going to put a lot more effort in and we'll see where it goes.
Discord, let us know.
Yeah.
Like things you want to see us improve on and like topics to talk about.
Yeah.
I agree. Like that.
Okay. Peace. Oh well. Sure.
Bye, guys.
See ya. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, it's done.